for some people, first year of marriage is tough. Yeah, first year of marriage is tough. Don't be in the marriage and your mind is somewhere else. Don't be in the marriage and you're thinking of, ah, I wish I was not married. No, now it's like you're already detaching yourself. You are detaching yourself out of that marriage. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Toyosi. If it's your first time, you're welcome. If you're also a returning subscriber, you're welcome. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for sticking by me. I love you guys. Okay, today I'll be talking about first year of marriage. First year of marriage is tough. It might not be for everybody, you know, but for some people, first year of marriage is tough. Yeah, first year of marriage is tough. You know, we all coming from different backgrounds. Yourself, your partner, you have different background, and relationship courtship is totally different, like different from marriage. Like marriage institution is totally different from courtship and relationship. And we want to get married, I want to get married, I want to get married. We all have our expectations, okay? We all have our expectations in marriage. Like, I'm going into this institution, I have my expectations in my head. This is how I want to run my home. This is how I want to run my marriage. I want my marriage to look like this. I want our finances to be like this. I want our kids to be like this. I want this, I want that. We all have our expectations in our head, especially women. We have our expectations of how we want our marriage to look like, how we want to run our home and all that. And we get into this institution and bam, it just eat us. Like, things does not work the way we want it. Like, this, our expectations are just like, what is going on here? This is not what I'm expecting. This is not what I want to meet. This is not what I think I'm going to go through in this marriage. It is like that, especially first year. Especially first year, like reality just setting, like it just setting, like bam, to our face. You understand? Reality just setting, and we now find out that you are not happy. Like, sometimes first year of marriage, if you are not careful, depression. I think I've spoken about depression kind of a thing in marriage in one of my videos. I can't remember now, but if, like, I've spoken about it. If you're not careful, depression is going to set in. You just find out that you were sad for no reason. Like, what you were expecting is not what you get in your marriage. And most times it happens maybe in your first year of marriage. Sometimes some people, it doesn't happen for them in their first. For me, my first year of marriage was not tough because I think there were distraction, my pregnancy and all that. So I didn't go through that phase in my first year. It happened, but not in my first year, okay? I think a number of people go through tough times in their first year of marriage. Like, balancing maybe work with with house responsibilities, with meeting your husband's needs and all that. Like, so many things just coming, like coming, things you are not used to just coming in your first year of marriage. Adjusting to the lifestyle. Maybe you're working and going back home to cook and still have responsibilities at night, and you still, and all that. Or pregnancy setting and you were not able to manage it with your spouse, maybe your first trimester. Your maybe your husband is not always there for you. Maybe he's going to work, or he doesn't feel what you're feeling. He doesn't feel your pain. Like, so many things happen in first year of marriage that you cannot even undo. Like, you feel like this thing is too much. You want to go into depression. You're always sad, not because you're not happy that you're married, but because they are just too much for you to comprehend. They are just too much for you to understand, just too much for you to fathom and all that, and you cannot just handle it. It's just like everywhere just boom, 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 boom. So I just want to talk a little about that. That my intro is long, Abby. All right. So first year of marriage requires patience. Okay, you have to be patient, like with each other. You have to be patient. Maybe you just realize some character in your spouse that maybe you have not really been seeing, or maybe you see in your courtship and you just ignore, and you will now be seeing the true you. the true person you married. Like you are now seeing like, okay, firstly, so this person used to snore. So this person like, and maybe you don't like somebody snoring beside you. Maybe like somebody, if somebody is snoring beside me and maybe I'm still awake, I'm trying to get a sleep, I will not be able to sleep. So maybe you're like that person like me that you cannot sleep when somebody is snoring beside you, except I have gone to bed and that person, maybe I went to bed before that person, but I'm still awake and you're snoring, I will not be able to sleep. I'll just be waking you up. Now stop snoring now. Oh yeah, sleep with your side now and all that. You understand? So there's so many things. So the first thing is patience. Like you need patience. Like you cannot just keep flaring up and all that. Any slightest provocation, you are just there, maybe ranting and shouting and nagging and all that. It might want to happen, but you have to control yourself and be patient with your partner. Maybe your partner is acting strange and all that, newly wedded. You just find something off about your partner and you're like, what's going on here? Just be patient. And that is going to take me to the next point, communication. Like communication is key. Communication is very, I think the first year of marriage, like you have to communicate more, like on 100%. You have to communicate more on 100% so that you will let out what you're going through to your partner. Okay, you're acting like this, you're acting weird, you're acting strange, and I don't know why. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about this? If you are going through something and you feel, just let your partner know about it. Make sure you talk about it. Don't just keep everything inside you, like you don't want to talk about it. Let it out. Like when you let it out, like you feel relieved. Like you feel, but when you keep piling and piling and piling, the day you will now burst it out, then you will not, you might not be able to handle it. Okay, so make sure you communicate on a daily basis. Make sure you communicate on a daily basis. Communicate with each other. Okay, communicate with each other how you are feeling and all that. Let your partner know about it, and also be patient. Like you cannot just change somebody. Like, maybe your partner is doing something that you're not okay with and all that, and you have talked about it, and your partner is not still yielding or changing. Just be patient. Like with time, okay, with time things, it will balance. Okay, because both of you are coming from different backgrounds, so you cannot expect your partner to just like be you. This is what you want, and you will start doing that what you want immediately. Like just give yourself time, give your partner time. And if is the kind of person that you feel, okay, this person at least is working towards making changes, then you have to be patient with your partner. Okay, just be patient with your partner. And also commitment is very important. You have to be committed. You cannot just say because things are not working out, I don't think I can do this and all that. Like commitment is important in marriage. Like love plus commitment, you love with commitment. If you are not committed, then it's not going to work. If you are not committed, like your soul, your spirit, everything, you put all of you into your marriage, all of you, all, I mean everything, you pour yourself into your marriage. If you want your marriage to work, you will give it all. You cannot be selfish. So you have to be committed to your marriage. So that first year of marriage, is commitment is very important. Like if you are not committed in your first year of marriage, is it when you start having kids and responsibility are going higher and higher? Is that when you are going to be committed? If you cannot be committed in your first year, then trust me, when you start having kids, your commitment, it cannot go up. So when you are committed with little, then you'll be able to be committed when the family is large, when the family is big. So commitment is very, very important. It's even commitment that will keep that love between you both. If you are not committed, then the love is not going to last. So that first year of marriage, your commitment has to be on 100. Don't be in the marriage and your mind is somewhere else. Don't be in the marriage and you're thinking of, ah, I wish I was not married. No, now it's like you're already detaching yourself. You are detaching yourself out of that marriage. And also be deliberate. Like, be deliberate. Honestly, be deliberate about it. I want to make it work. Not only by mouth, by actions. I want to make it work. I want to make it work. I want to make it work. My marriage must work. Be deliberate about it. Not just by mouth. Let your actions say it, that this marriage must work, and it will work. So be deliberate that this thing is going to work. And the next one is prayers. You know that I must say that. I must say that your knees, on your knees, like on your knees. Maybe you discover something and that you're not pleased with, you're not pleased and all that. Take it to God in prayers. Or maybe your husband is acting funny, or your wife is acting funny and all that. Take it to God in prayers. Like the Bible says, He owns the heart of kings, He owns the heart of men. So if your husband or your partner is acting funny and all that, and there's something you are saying that you don't like, take it to God in prayers. Take it to God in prayers. Take it to God on your knees. Don't just sit there like and just be maybe crying and wallowing and wailing and wallowing in pity, and you know, instead of doing that, take it to God in prayers. He answer all things, like everything, everything. So there is nothing you take to God that He will not answer. There is nothing you cannot pray about. That is just it. There is absolutely nothing, nothing you cannot pray about. There is nothing you cannot take to God in prayers. Everything I have said with prayers, trust me, it's going to work. It's going to work. So first year of marriage can be tough. Trust me. So if you are going through that, it's not like abnormal. It's not abnormal. It's just sometimes it can be like that because you are coming from different backgrounds. Okay, you're coming from different background. My husband and I, we had our own too. After my first baby, you know, like we were just trying to balance. Okay, tries to balance. We are coming from different backgrounds and all that, so we are trying to balance. We argue, we do that, we argue and all that. We create a balance, we communicate and all that. So sometimes it can be like that in your first year marriage, especially when you have expectations and you enter that institution and you're like, what is going on here? Like it can get to you, really. It can get to you. But just be deliberate that yes, I might be going through this, but I know that it's just for a while. It's just like this. It can't be like this forever. Okay? Just be deliberate that this marriage is going to work. Don't just say that, I'm tired. I just feel like, who sent me marriage? Who sent me marriage? You know, those kind of a thing. No, 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 no. Just be deliberate and let your knees be on the ground every now and then. As a married woman, we don't like that is where we fight our battles, on our knees, on our knees, on our knees. Trust me, on our knees. This is the end of this video. I don't want this video to be long. I don't want it to be long. All right, this is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're yet to subscribe, please click on the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment for me in the comment section. Share this video, and I think that is all. I will see you in the next one. I will see you in my next video. Bye.